Okay, Steph, this is Ernest, and I'm recording this so that you can uh, build out the reserve centers in the Southwest region. So far, I've constructed the Alameda, and you'll have to do the others, and I think it's good for you to get practice anyway. And I'm going to send you this file that has all of the NOS names in the region, and you'll have to pretty much build the rest of them out. Okay, so let's get started. From this page, you want to add a web part, right? The web part that we're adding is the actual library for Southwest. And I'll show you what that looks like. I'm using the gear icon. I'm going to Site Settings. I'm going to use the gear icon again and go to Site Contents. And the master list for Southwest is right here. It says Master ADSEP Form Library. You can't see the whole thing, but I know it's the right one because there's only one item in there. That's the test document that I submitted. So this is the actual web part that we're going to add. So everything back here, all these libraries and lists, you can add them to the main page as a web part. Okay, so this is the Southwest form library, and if I click on it, you'll see it's just the one John Doe or Doe application that I submitted from earlier, 5 hours ago. All right, so I'm going to go back to the main Southwest page. If you remember, we have the page titled ADSEP_Southwest. It's not located on the navigation bar just yet because it's not live and we don't want people accidentally using it. So from this page, the Southwest page, I know it's Southwest because it says Region Southwest, and I got the little region picture there just to, prompt people that they're in the right place. And I'm going to edit the page, and then I'm going to scroll down to Zone 3. And Zone 3 is actually not what we want because that's the one for the RCC. I'm sorry. We want Zone 4 is where we have the NOSCs. So we have Alameda. So here's the thing. As you build these out, they stack on top of each other. So Alameda actually gets pushed down. And that's kind of annoying because we want them to appear in alphabetical order. Now there's a way to reorder them, but it's tedious. So what I recommend doing is starting with the last NOSC. That's going to be Ventura County. So I'm going to show you how to add Ventura County, and then why don't you do Tucson and so forth all the way up, okay? So let's add the web part by clicking Zone 4, make sure it's Zone 4, add the web part, and we're looking for the Master Form Library Southwest. There it is, this one. I'm going to add it, and remember, whenever you add it, it actually adds the entire library. So when I added it, look, it says Master ADSEP Form Library Southwest. It even shows you the one from Alameda. So I'm going to edit this web part. Okay, and let's go to the first thing we want to do is get rid of the toolbar. Say no toolbar. Go to the appearance, and on the title, that's where you're going to put the abbreviated name. And for Tucson, it's TUC, Tango Uniform Charlie, Tuck. So let's change that from Master to Tango Uniform Charlie. Scroll down a little bit. Chrome type, choose title only because we only want to show the title. For the layout, you can leave that all default. For advanced, uncheck minimize, close, hide, and allowing the zone change. And for the title URL, put a hash mark in there so that people can't click on the title and be taken to another location. All right. The audience and everything, well, we're going to worry about that later. But the target audience, that's where we're going to put the people that belong to the NOSC. We're going to have a group just for them, and their JAG and legal clerk will go ahead and populate those people that should have access to Tucson's queue. I'm going to hit apply, and what that should do is, look at that. Now we have Tucson, TUC, and Alameda underneath, but we're still seeing the application that was submitted for Alameda. So we're going to go ahead and edit the view. This is called a view, and we want the view to look just like Alameda's. The ID, the name, full name, modified, modified by. And the way I do it, I take a screenshot and I just refer to it, or I build one web part and I copy it. And I could have done that and done all 18, but I wanted you to get a chance to build some of this out too. So for now, I'm just going to remember what I'm supposed to do. So ID, name, full name, modified, modified by. I'm probably going to forget, but let's get in there and just start adding these titles. Okay, one more time. Created. ID, name, full name, modified. Okay, so I'm going to edit the current view. I'm going to uncheck these because I'm going to add my own fields. All right, so I want the ID, make that number 1. I think created was in there. So find created. I'm probably off of that. This is where I'm horrible. So I'm going to go to my screenshot because I know I'm going to screw this up. I took a screenshot earlier for one. See, look at that. ID, name, full name. I already screwed up. So ID, I got that checked already. The name of the form. So let's find name linked to document, not with the edit menu. You want the name linked to the document. That's going to be number 2. Let's see what else we got in here. Full name and modified. So full name. It's going to be 3. Modified. It's going to be 4. Then we got modified by for 5. We got workflow 6. And current status and primary ADSEP reason. So let's find current status. Let's make that 7. And then primary ADSEP reason, we can make that 8. All right, so we got all the columns that we want in our view. I'm going to scroll down. And here's another important part. Filter. We want to show all items. No. Do we want to show items only? Yes. When the following is true. When the NRA is equal to, and then you go to your little cheat here, and we got NOS, Tucson, Arizona. Don't forget, you have to use the name and not the abbreviation. Okay? Oh, I put an apostrophe in there. Get rid of that. Has to be exact. NOS, Tucson, Arizona. And then the style, we want it to be shaded so that every other row. And then the count or totals, I want the ID to be counted. That way, without even expanding it, someone can quickly look and go, oh, there are 30, ADSEP packages for these people. All right, and let's see, that's about it. Let's hit OK, and it should take us back to the Southwest page. If I look, there's Tucson, and you can't really see it because there's no applications in here. But lightly, I have ID, name, full name, modified, modified by, workflow, and current status. Okay, if I were to submit a new package here, I'm going to create a quick one just for Southwest. So let's go to RCC San Diego, the NRA, Tucson, and let's create one for, let's do, I can't believe Stephanie has made her way to the portal, and Steph. All right, so we have a test. We're going to save it. I'm going to exit. It takes us back to the Southwest page. And look at that. Okay, so we have Alameda's, and now we have Tucson's. And you're probably wondering, well, how come Alameda has this little open button and Tucson doesn't? That's because I use a script, a little script I put together that takes the name and it actually takes the name and formats it to look like a little button. And you can grab it. I'm going to show you how I do that. I'm editing the Alameda one. Under miscellaneous, I have this JS link that points to a script. I'm copying it. And then I go to Tucson. And I'm going to edit that web part. Okay, and I'm going to put the script in the JS link. So if I hit apply, and I'm going to publish the page just so it gets updated. All right, and look at that. With Tucson and Alameda, we now have the view. So why don't you try, adding all the other NOSCs, and if you I say you should add like 5 or add as many as you think, okay, you can get done. And then I'll do it the quick way, which is just copying. But that's cheating, right? Because I already know how to do it, and I can just copy and, populate more of these web parts. But it's more fun if you build them out. So that's the tutorial, and I hope it helps, and you can rewatch it anytime. All right, Ernest checking out. Bye.